With the new major update, we of course have some new pickems, so today let's go over my new pickem predictions for the legend stage of the PGL major. But very quickly, before we get into it, be sure to check out my sponsor Skinport, the best CSGO marketplace out there, where you can get around 30% off Steam market price on anything you want. For example, if you're looking for a new op skin, the Lightning Strike is only $266 on the Skinport, while on Steam it's going to cost you around $360, nearly $100 more. So be sure to sign up with that link in the description today, but for now, let's get right into the video. Hello guys, so today the legend stage has finally been revealed for the pickems, so we are going to be choosing who we think are going to go through to the next stage, and these I think should be a lot easier than challenger stage. Thankfully, if you did follow my picks, you would have got 6 of them right, so you would have got whatever, more progress towards the next coin, so we are all good there. So let's move on to the legend stage. Obviously, we have a lot more top tier teams now, so should be more decisive results. So let's start with the 7 teams that will advance, as I always do, as I want to start with the safest picks. I'm going to start with Navi. I'll give a bit more reasoning behind this a bit later in the video, but I'm going to base a lot of this on the actual matchups that are set to happen on the first day, and they are best of one. So we can expect some upsets, but there should be some pretty decisive wins as well. So we'll start with Navi, as I do believe they will be a team that will advance, and as I always say with teams that I think you should get the guaranteed points for teams that will advance rather than saying Navi will 3-0 or whatever, because they might get 1-0'd in upset best of one, and then there goes those points. Well, they actually probably will go through, so might as well keep it safe. Same goes with Liquid. I think they're going to do well. You might be saying Nip, but I obviously think they're going to do well as well, but I might be doing them as my 3-0. We'll see in a bit. I want to talk about the matchups. Gambit's going to be the same way. I think they're going to do great. And then we have a bit of a pickle, because G2 and FaZe are 2 teams I could obviously see both going through, but I think FaZe is honestly the better pick over G2 rather, and here's why. If we go to this website, I don't even remember the name of it, I'll show it on screen and also put it in the description, you can actually see the first round matchups and all the possibilities of the matchup throughout the legend stage and throughout the major. So based on this, there's an image on screen showing what I think the first round matchups are going to look like based on no upsets. I put a check mark to the team I think is going to win each match, and you could see there's some little X's between matches like Vitality and VP, Liquid and Entropic, and G2 versus Copenhagen Flames, because I am not sure. I believe those can go either way, especially since they are BO1s. But Nip, I 100% believe will be Mouse. I don't really see Mouse going through to the next stage. Astralis versus Furia is a bit tougher, but I do see Astralis winning. I think they're too experienced at LAN, honestly, and I think they'll get their act together after struggling in the first stage. Navi Heroic, I think that's a pretty obvious pick. Vitality versus VP is an interesting one, but I genuinely think in a BO1 with these big Russian teams that have just been going insane lately, that VP definitely has a chance to upset. So it's very possible that might come to bite me in the back. That may very well not happen. Vitality might just dominate them, but I think it could go either way, but we'll get back to that in a sec as well. Liquid Entropic might seem like a weird one. I know Entropic did weird in the first stage of this major, but the last time these 2 teams played, you might be saying, oh, Liquid 2-0'd, why does it matter? Both matches were 16-12, so Entropic definitely stands a chance, I think, and it's possible that they beat Liquid. I do think Liquid will go through. I think if Entropic wins the first stage, they're going to struggle throughout the rest of the legend stage and probably won't make it through, so I'm probably not going to pick them, but that is going to be an interesting matchup. Gambit Ents, I think Gambit are going to win that pretty consistently, to be honest. And G2 Copenhagen Flames, another interesting one. I feel like, and I've kind of been lacking on watching CS recently, but I feel like G2 really hasn't been up to the standards that they should be at. And now, especially with Copenhagen Flames doing extremely well in the first group stage of this major, they could very well beat them. It is a best of one, so it's always possible. Does that mean Copenhagen Flames is going to go through? Maybe not, unless they keep up this insane performance, but I don't think they're performing that bad at all. And then EG FaZe, I think that's a pretty obvious FaZe, and the reason why I kind of want to put FaZe over G2, because I don't know if G2 can beat Copenhagen Flames, but I'm confident FaZe can beat Evil Geniuses. So I think I'm going to put FaZe Clan over. I feel like these are pretty safe picks so far. As you saw with my challenger stage, I went through for all the safe picks first, and they actually did work well. These were my first like safe picks. These were the ones I chose, and they all got them right. And then I got to the risky ones like Spirit, Big, and Ents. Like I thought those were more risky, but these first 5 and the 03 I thought were very safe. Same is gonna go for here. But what do we want to pick for our next team that will advance? I'm probably gonna say Astralis. Because I think their land experience is good. Next, I think we're going to say VP. Once again, I think they could definitely put up a fight versus Vitality, and even if they lose that match, I think if there is no huge upsets like Liquid Entropic, and even then I think Virtus Pro could possibly beat Liquid, that they'll get through. I think there's going to be a lot of weird matchups in this, and maybe not all of these teams will get through, but I think based on the actual matchups that are going to happen, I think VP can make it through. I think they'll have a pretty decent time. And for our final team, our 7th team that will advance, I could very well say Entropic or Copenhagen Flames could make it through. I could very easily see it, but I think I'm going to go with, do we want to go with Nib? This is going to be a tough one. I kind of want to say Vitality, because I want to see ZywOo make it far in this major. And not only that, I think he's going to play well. I think ZywOo could very well just carry them to victory, as he always does. They're number 4 team in the world, so it wouldn't be too much of a surprise for them to make it through. So I think it's a pretty safe pick. As for the 03, I think EG is just the safest pick. I don't see them as a team that's going to do well. I feel like they've always just never been up to the bar that they should be at, and 03 honestly seems like a fair pick for them. Once again, we did see some really weird matchups in the group stage, so it's possible they don't 03, but honestly, out of these teams, I'm not sure who would be a better 03. Maybe Maus, maybe Furia. I could see either one of them doing it as well, but with all those picks, our only realistic option, without saying a bunch of upsets are going to happen, if somehow Copenhagen Flames do really well or Entropic do really well. Either way, I don't think either of those are going to 3-0. I think NIP will do really well, and maybe not 3-0. I think they'll go through, but I think they're a risk worth taking for 3-0ing, because I think the teams we have in the 7 teams that will advance are all solid teams, and they do stand a really good chance of making it through. If not, I think this EG, I keep saying OG, dude, because I see 03, but I think they will 03, so I think this is a pretty safe pick. I think it's pretty good. Got the challenger stage right, so hopefully this does well as well. Be sure to leave a comment telling me what you guys think about these pickems as well, and what your pickems look like, but hopefully they'll probably look pretty similar to this, to be honest. But besides that, I think that does wrap it up for this one. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.